Mahila, what you have is a scar. You have a scar of O scar. And it is that it can be okay. That there's not always the doom presence within what you look at as falling short. And that represents Uma Thurman. Then you have without the John Hannah, which is the BC connection. It's the BC connection of Arnold before the belt comes off the wheel. And you have within that the Ben V dungeon of Breaking Bad. That time text. You have a Han of that. And we also had the Han on, I'll say this so that we know it. We had the Han of the Han with that French that was a very standout Wikipedia, but no one knew who it was. So that was something. And that was a major Han. Then and I'm not saying anything. That's just it was. It flat out was. Okay, so then that was the helicopter. The cop is Mitch. It's through the earth. So this is where I answer your question, because what you're really asking me is, how does the double work? Well, it's the writings. It's everything I do is predetermined. Like I'm affecting it a little bit, but it's what I've already done. Like do you remember from the Python that what was it? It was a cool like a turtle or a frog that was like resting. Like it's at rest, like it's propped up on something, and like it's just laying down, and like it's got stuff on top of it or something, but like it's just laying down doing it. That's how this is. That's the mind control. Because you're just kind of like you're doing it, but like it's all what you've done. So like yes, I have felt like, okay, I was supposed to cut off with Lil Baby, and I'm doing it all myself now. Like I think that is even predetermined too. That mindset is predetermined so that you'll keep like, doing like a Paul Begley, inside the bowl, make noise for a trumpet, stuff like that. And you don't have to do all that. Like it's like it'll be dimed is what when the diming comes. That's why I say it has to be dimed so then we can get past it. That's what it is. And it doesn't mean, oh, you have to do it. No, it means it's done. It's done. That's what I think, man. And the fallen angel of our conversation is what it is, Mr. T. It's the fallen angel of our conversation because it's coming from Canada and family and royals, and it's coming from England and family and royals and Norway. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so Um, yeah, that's probably all that it means. So, and then yes, there's two that were together on. If you didn't have the helicopter, then it just would have been the Uma Thurman connection. That would have been it. That would have, but we had two. So then it's a build. It's a builder, is what it's a builder. So you know what I said. I said about the wedding ring to this Hispanic guy, or could have been Filipino, possibly a little bit, over at Chick-fil-A right after I couldn't go to see the film, when I saw an RG who was kind of like smiling like a Chicago, when I couldn't get past the special attendant. And it's okay. My mom had sent a text before then. See, it's all determined. The whole thing is determined. And yes, you affected a little bit, but and like obviously they affected, man, because these people got out at certain times. How did Solomon get out? How did all this happen? You want to be put on so that it's timed for what they meant it to be. You don't want to do a Solomon, because then it's a tear within the system. That's what it means. And yes, you can do burdens and stuff like Shia or Lil Baby, but like it's not the same. Some of that Grox comes into it where it's real stuff. Like I look at this as real, and it is. But it's also a split in the reality. It perfects you in your splits. So there's that. Then and that's how it works. I'm not two different people. I'm vibing things in the moment, is what you see. It's not two different people. It's not prestige. I'm vibing. It's not a prestige